Welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show, where we may actually talk about music. We've got Eric with us tonight. He's joining us from his office, and
Hello.
we got Damon in Dearborn. We got BK in near Scranton. We got John, and just coming into the room, may or may not turn the camera on. We have Alex from Cyprus.
4 a.m. Alex. Yeah.
And he left. He left.
Oh.
You shouldn't have brought him up.
Well, he knew it was recording because
I got to put pants on for this.
Right. That's why I wanted to, yeah.
He didn't shave his legs. That's
Probably not. Yeah. So it's probably like 4 a.m. there.
Yeah, it's something stupid early.
Something like that, yeah.
So I thought we'd kick the show off with something musical, and I had a weird thing I was thinking about today. And it's songs that you've always known your whole life. Like, you can't remember a time when you didn't know these songs. You heard them really early, and they've just kind of always been in your brain. And the example I gave Eric was, I think everyone's always known the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. We've always known that song.
Yeah.
What pop songs can you think of that you've known your whole life? Does anybody have anything they can think of?
Yeah.
We all do, but
yeah.
Let's go, Damon.
I got to go with the Elements. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Love's Holiday.
Beautiful.
77. I mean, I can remember hearing that every Saturday morning when it was time to get up and clean the house and I'm trying to watch cartoons. So that was one of the songs I always got played every Saturday. So.
Anybody else got anything?
I'm pretty sure when Moses came down with the 10 Commandments, he had a CD single of they say it's your birthday from the Beatles. I'm pretty sure
birthday from the Beatles.
Everyone's going to have a birthday, right? I mean, that's got to be like the first song you remember.
Can we get an amen? Amen.
Brian's got something on the tip of his tongue.
Well, besides one that I've always heard, but I always thought it was an older song, New York, New York from Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
That came out in 1980. I thought it was like a lot.
It was 77 or something like that.
Well,
I thought.
Liza Minnelli did it in 77. But he released it in 1980.
Huh.
And I always thought that song was like a lot older than that.
It's an old-timey sounding song, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got one.
Yeah, Eric.
Joy to the World, Three Dog Night.
You know what? Same with me. I've always known that song.
Yes, always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another one I've always known is B.J. Thomas, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Really?
I've always known that song. Like my whole life.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just interesting to think about what you've always known. Like you were born just knowing the song. It's always been.
Right.
It's one thing to hear a song and say, oh, this is cool, and you go to love it. It's another thing, just always have known it. It's just, I think, an interesting concept. I don't know, but I'm weird like that.
No, that wiring gets into you when you're younger. You don't realize that you're just sitting there playing on the carpet and the radio's playing and you hear that same song 46 times in 10 hours. And I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden. I'm like, oh, that's on again. And eventually you learn the words to it. It's like, I don't even like the song. Why am I singing along now? Because they just beat you into submission because, oh, there it is again.
I mean, I think all of us from our generation can say that we've always known like the Looney Tunes fanfare or the theme song to Sesame Street or something like that. We've always known those songs. But
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't know there was secret wiring with the classical music, like in the Tom and Jerry stuff. It's like there's like Mozart and all the like classical composer riffs in there, and we just know it as like the song from the Lemmings. Like, oh, wait a minute, that's classical. I'm like, oh, I guess that's always been around.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always known this stuff. Well, Eric had an interesting topic he wanted to bring up, and that was, how do you know when a gig's for you? And do you ever turn down jobs, and why? If you ever turn them down. Damon said he's a whore. He takes everything.
Yeah. Now, I have turned down some gigs. I turned down a couple gigs earlier this year. And we talked about it. Once was a guy wanted me to do Aladdin night. And I'm like, I just can't do it. I mean, I can give you a good hour and a half. But to go 4 hours of Aladdin,
I feel you on that. Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to play. I mean, I probably have the music, but I wouldn't know how to structure it right to get through the night.
Sure.
You know, but I know I can give a good solid hour and a half of what I know.
Right.
But once you get past that, and plus, when people ask me for songs, I'm like, how do you say that?
Right down.
I can't spell it. Right.
Yeah.
Do you have blah, 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 blah?
Right. I'm sorry.
Can you write that down?
And
With the lines and everything over the U's? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, I have turned down gigs before. And like I said, Latin, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Brian, you would be good with that, right? Or
I do well with tropical Latin. I don't do very well with like Mexican, Central American stuff. And the reason being is because I don't know, like my Tex-Mex, my banda, my ranchero. I don't understand it at all. It's very folky, and I don't. They all sound alike to me. Where I get the tropical stuff, the salsa, merengue, and the bachata, and even the reggaeton, I understand that, and they do sound different to me because I danced it, so I know what the rhythms are and such. But I get a little lost with the Mexican stuff. And I can do it. And when I have people who call me about quinceañeras, for instance, I'll tell them right off the bat, it's like, look, I don't even speak Spanish, okay? But I've DJed salsa clubs. I've done some Mexican events. And if you don't mind the fact that you're going to get zero announcements in Spanish, and you can't find anybody else to do this for you, I'll do it for you. But I can reach out to some friends who do a really good job with this. They might be better fit for you. And I've done them. I mean, I've done the quinces. I've done, of course, Latin clubs and things. But I try to be honest about it and let them know that I'm probably not your first choice, but I think I could probably pull it off. And what's interesting about that, too, is that I know when I used to go into Latin clubs, salsa, merengue, bachata stuff, the people who ran the place and the people who went to the place really enjoyed it because I wasn't doing what they were typically hearing. Because the regular DJs had their songs that were the big bangers and they always played them. And I would go to the alternate stuff that I liked. So they were hearing something completely different, but they liked it. It wasn't, the same old, songs, the tried and true songs that the other DJs were always playing. I was doing different stuff. So in that regard, it's kind of cool. And that's for any gig you take that is a lot of your wheelhouse, whether it be a elementary school or, a bar mitzvah or whatever it is.
You got to have that element of bravery, I think. I did a mixed wedding. It was Mexican American. And I was probably in my 20s, and I didn't know anything about Mexican music. I'm like, give me a couple artists to go research. So I went out and I bought the compact discs or whatever of Aventura, Romeo Santos, and one other guy, and that was the stuff that they wanted. So just imagine being a Mexican DJ that doesn't speak English, and you're just hearing, Barry Manilow and Michael Bublé all night, different tracks. I didn't want it to feel like that. Right. Like, here's the two greatest hits records he bought. Well, it's another Barry song. Look at that.
I think Aventura's Dominican. I don't think they're Mexican, but that's okay.
But they like the vibe of it, and that was the whole thing. They liked the bachata. But I mean, I knew what the salsa was like because you hear it, you kind of know, and the energy, and it was you don't be afraid to take the chances, but don't get in over your head. It's like, hell, give me the guidance to help make your night be right. And this is before Spotify existed, and we didn't have playlists we could go look at either. So you just had to try to wing it as best you can without sounding cheesy.
Well, like Damon said, I mean, he can do a solid hour. So I don't know that you've ever done the statement, but have you ever done like a wedding where it's like half Latino, half white?
No.
Okay, I love doing those. Those are my favorite. Like if I gotta, you take, I don't know, a gringo and anything else and mix them together. Those are my favorite weddings. Absolute favorite weddings, because you can go back and forth all night, and you notice that the American folk who just speak English and listen to what we all listen to, they try to participate with the ethnic stuff that they don't know, but they're getting into it and trying to learn the dances. And then the folks from Nepal or wherever they're from are doing the same thing with the American stuff they're not familiar with. They're checking it out. Like, okay, Pitbull, never heard of this guy, but this is kind of got a nice beat, and they get into it. So it's fun. It's like seeing two cultures come together and, sampling what each other have. It's almost like food tasting, but it's music tasting, and it's a real cool thing to see. And
but it's
you don't
like
have to have, huh?
It's like what you just said, Brian, like half Latino, half them. Suavemente is one song that'll get both sides going every time. You agree?
Suavemente, I don't know anyone who has given me an honest... If any Latino is honest with me, when I say that song, they go, for sure, dude. I mean, DJs will tell you it's overplayed. But
the Mexican
everyone likes it.
Yeah.
Right. No matter what you're doing,
it'd be like playing House of Pain Jump Around. I mean, it's just that song you need to hear at the party, Or Baby Got Back. It's a classic. You play it. It's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Or Yeah by Usher. It's cool. Just put it on. They dig it. But yeah, you can play that for an audience where there's no Latinos in it, and they dig it. And Bad Bunny.
That's a good point. Yeah. Well, Bad Bunny is a whole different animal.
TT Mi Pregunto is been a highly requested song at the gigs I've done recently. And I mean, a couple Latinos at the gigs I've done, but they haven't been the one asking for it. And they're not the ones responding to it when I play it.
And that's been out for what, like almost 2 years now?
No, I think that came out this year.
No, it's been out for over 2 years. So.
It's been out. Yeah, it's been out for
I thought
over 2 years.
I'm confusing it with something else, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's still highly requested, and it works,
The thing with the reggaeton, especially, and that's what it ultimately is. Some people call it something else, but it's reggaeton. They call it, what are they, dembo or whatever. It's all reggaeton. It's just got a little bit of different beat to it. It all kind of sounds the same. So even with those audiences, I mean, they don't have to know the specific song. They just need the beat to go with the dance they want to do to it. It's different with a lot of other, I would call it, just specialty or ethnic music. You have to have the specific song. Can't be just anything. You can't go into a hip-hop club and play just any old rap song that's 98 BPM. You got to play the right rap song at 98 BPM, or they won't dig it. But I like those events. What other reasons wouldn't you do an event? Would you say no?
I'll give you one. Give you one. It was a school event, which I don't like doing them. And there's reasons why. It's not because it's in a big gymnasium and I need 2 subs and I can handle that. Musically, this is the reason. I don't have time, I don't know about you guys, to make sure everything is radio edit, and 98% of my stuff is promo only. And yes, that's radio edit, basically, right?
FCC friendly, yeah.
Yeah, but still, you've got that borderline. It'll say radio edit explicit.
Content. It would be it's not
the lyrics are clean, but what the song's talking about might not be
right. It might be a little racy.
Yeah,
but
unlike you guys in here, I'm sure you do it every month when you get your subscriptions. And do you all listen to everything?
Oh, no.
No, see, I don't have time for that either. It's like when they're coming up with their phone in your face, can you play this?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what that is. I have it.
Sometimes if you keep hearing a song on the radio and you're like, I need to find out, you really have to dig in. You got to go to Google, pull up the song, read through the lyrics, and be like, what are they actually saying? And
do we have time?
No, you can't do it for everything.
Do we have time at a gig? No, we don't.
But you can hit the hot one.
And school gigs. And this is why I brought it up. It's rapid fire request. from the time you start till you end.
It can be.
You know,
It can
and
be.
I don't have time to
Yeah. No, I get it. It's
Yeah.
the way I handle the school thing when I have to do them is I figure out what the hot tracks are, and I play them before they can ask for them, and then they kind of leave me alone. Like if I can do that for half an hour, then they're like, all right, he's legit. Because if they're just constantly hammering you with requests, they're almost telling you, you don't know what to play, let us tell you. Or if you can play before they can ask for it, they're like, all right, you're cool. And then you can start having some fun with them and going back and playing 30-year-old songs for them that they like. But the first thing they want to do is show you how cool they are and how lame you are in the process. And us being old guys walking into these events, we got to prove ourselves quick. So, but I totally understand why somebody would not want to do a school. I don't want to do them if given the choice. I would say no. But, gee, there's no one else available, and you need them. Cool.
Right. Yeah. Again, like, it's not at the top of my list to say, yes, I'm available. However, if I need the money, I'll do it. We all do, right? Yeah.
Okay, well, here's the next one that I thought I'd bring up. Sometimes you turn a gig down because there's not enough money in there for you.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Yeah. Travel-wise, for one.
For any reason at all.
Yeah.
Could be travel. It could be the 3 flights of stairs at the venue that you hate. Could be
logistics like that too. Yeah.
There's reasons.
It's 10 stories up. There's no elevator.
Yeah. It's always broken when you get there. Oh, we have an elevator. Like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Always get an out of order sign on it. We know your game.
There's a reason I didn't in the video, and I'm surprised no one has put it in the comment section. I actually turned a gig down this year because of it. So, okay, there's 2 arts, all right? My guy Art, my Art, but there's another Art that I've actually known longer than him, and he was the guy who got me into the Latin clubs to begin with. And both Arts know each other, both Arts are friends, but there's actually 2 Arts. Ibarra and Flores are 2 different guys. So, the other Art called me earlier this summer. It was midweek, and he was freaking out because his father was in the hospital, and they didn't know which way it was going to go, and he had agreed to do a Sweet 16 party that Saturday. And he asked if I could cover it. And I said, okay, where is it? And he told me the address. I looked up the address, and I had to turn it down because I did not feel safe going into that neighborhood. It was just that bad of a neighborhood. So sometimes it's geographical. Even if you can, you've got to think about your safety. If you don't feel safe doing an event, you shouldn't do it. You should never do it. I remember when I was working for the first multi-op, one of the first things they told me when I started going out is, hey, of course these gigs are important and everything else, but if you ever feel unsafe for any reason, walk away. Don't even worry about the gear. Just walk away. Get out of there. Your safety is too important. I'll never forget that. And that was a cool thing to hear. Of course, we were taking some pretty low cash gigs, so who knows what kind of neighborhood we ended up in sometimes. But yeah, that's a consideration that I have to think about. I mean, I'm not going to go play in neighborhoods in Chicago, certain neighborhoods, or Milwaukee. I'm not going to do it.
That falls into the have somebody with you rule, because whether it's a parking issue or you want someone to stand by the truck while you're bringing the stuff in, like you don't know till you kind of, back then it was you had to open up the Rand McNally quadruple fold map and figure out where you are in the city. But now we can kind of look. We can just put ourselves on the curb and look around and go like, oh no, I'm not going there.
That's exactly what I did. It's it's a bad neighborhood that I have.
You can see check cashing and I don't know.
Well, I mean, this was like adjacent to a really nasty neighborhood, but it was in like a warehouse area adjacent to that neighborhood. And like, this is really bad.
That's where they had the bodies. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where they bury people. I'm not going over there. No, we're not going there. And it was funny because his dad turned out to be fine. You know, everything went fine. He did the gig, and he called me like Sunday afternoon. Bro, I had no idea. Oh my God. I can't believe that I agreed to do this gig. He was freaking out. So it was like, it wasn't just me. He was, well, I want nothing to do with this. This was really, really bad. I'm surprised I got out alive.
Wait, so you letting a little warehouse gig scare you? Oh, come on, man.
Okay, let's pretend the warehouse is in Highland Park.
I've done it.
Oh.
He had a bulletproof vest, but he did it. Yeah.
You know how many gigs I've done in warehouses and stuff at 3, 4 in the morning?
Damon, have a good look at my face. There's some neighborhoods I can't go into. I just can't do it.
Brian, you talking to a guy who done a ton of raves and crappy warehouses, man.
Yeah, I know.
And look at the majority of the crowd that's been there.
Right.
You would have fit in perfectly.
I would have fit in perfectly, but not in the neighborhood. Yeah.
I would have said, just don't go to the gas station after the gig. Just do the gig and leave.
Go. You're not going to get a tow if you get broke down.
Right.
You're not going to get AAA is not coming to help you. You just got to make sure your vehicle's good to get in and out. Yeah.
You could have did the gig and been perfectly fine.
Cops aren't coming.
Right.
Nobody's
None of the traffic lights work. Just keep going. It's all right. Just keep going.
There's stop signs on plywood where there used to be traffic lights.
And all I'm saying is, underneath your turntable case, you have little Susie hidden in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No,
I'm not suggesting that to anybody. I'm just saying.
No, of course not.
No, of course
Would
not.
never do that. Would never happen.
I'm talking about the song Little Susie. I'm just saying.
Yeah, wake up, little Susie. Yeah.
Take me in your arms.
Right.
Or the freestyle track. Yeah, that one too.
Yeah. Or what's the other one? C-Bank, One More Shot. I'm sorry.
We were getting away with it until you said that. We were being vague.
It's a song.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, shots by LMFAO.
Exactly. All right. No.
So locations can be weird. Travel can be terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Logistics is a big part. And
It
if
is.
it don't fit the vibe, if they're trying to, you don't support the thought of whatever the group or the club, it's like, I'm not going to be a good fit. But I don't usually say no to much, but I mean, there's just some stuff.
I don't either.
I don't know what I'm going to do here. And I'm creative too, and I'm just like, oh.
How about you, Bri? You say no to a lot of gigs?
Not really. I played in some sketchy neighborhoods too.
Right. We all have.
I played in a club in Washington D.C. They said I had to park 4 blocks away. It got over at 4 a.m. I'm not walking the streets of Washington D.C. at 4 a.m.
Redheaded white guy.
But they did find me a parking spot outside the building. But that was a scary place. It was underneath an overpass, and
Were there like 55-gallon drums with like fire burning out of them and stuff too?
there was a chain link fence around the club. I know that. That's the only security.
To keep them in or keep them out?
You sound like
Right.
That's some of the bars I play at.
That was a real sketchy place. But, yeah, they told me I had to park 4 blocks away, and I said, "No, I'm not walking the streets of Washington at 4 a.m."
I want to end up in a milk carton side tomorrow. But last scene, whereabouts? No, thank you.
I hardly ever turned down. Like I've traveled too far for very little money. I've done that before.
Yeah.
So have I.
So
Yeah, I think we all have.
I mean, I used to get the quinceanera calls from New Jersey, of all things. People from Jersey calling
Really?
me. Like, first of all, I'm not doing it because I can't do a quinceanera. And then it was like 2 hours away.
Yeah, but you got the cool. You got a rig that looks like it belongs at a quinceanera.
Yeah.
You got a quinceanera looking rig.
I don't know how they even got hold of me. It was like, first of all, I'm not in New Jersey. Why are you calling me?
Close enough.
Your setup looks like a party, so that's why they like.
It does.
Yeah, that's what people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very impressive setup that you have. So
Better than the guy with the sharper image light and glow in the dark speaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Doubles as the carnival midway for the county fair. No, your stuff looks really nice. So I can totally see how that can happen. But there's not much that, I mean, as far as the type of gig, I will let them know, hey, this isn't really my joint, but I can. You'd be better off with one of these other guys, but if they can't do it, yeah, sure, I'll jump in. Just understand that I'm not the best guy for this job. And they're usually really cool about it. And then it just turns out to be nice, because I've totally under-promised and I'm over-delivering at that point. But I'm not promising it's going to be the awesome, Romanian music,
One off you get by, but I mean, if it's going to be something permanent, have someone show you the ropes. Like take country western for example.
Yeah,
you like it. Might need a little help with some of the newer stuff. Pretty good with the older stuff, but we're scooting to these days. I don't know. Someone would have to show me if
that's a good point, John. Yeah, like if I turned down a gig like a month ago, and they wanted today's country, like 80% of it. And I'm like, you know what? If you had me do from 70s to 90s country, I'd kill it. After the 90s, I kind of shut off country. Not shut it off. I still got all that music, but I was not a big listener to the country, So I get, like I brought up earlier, I don't listen to everything that comes in through promo or my other sources. So I don't know what's fast, what's slow, And
typically the way that I've been able to function and navigate new music gigs, and it doesn't matter if it's a school dance, if it's a club, bar, lounge, or what. But if I'm doing them repeatedly, like John said, I really lean into the requests pretty heavy. So I let the audience tell me what they want to hear. And I catch on pretty quick. And if it's new music, it's always changing anyway. So, it's like, okay, well, just stay on top of it. And you get requests, don't say no. Just throw them on, see what happens, and test the waters. So that's how I've done it in the past. It doesn't take long for me to catch on with any type of music if I'm not walking in familiar with it. I'm not familiar with a lot of new music for old covers and stuff. But
you can catch on, Brian, yes, like everybody can. However, if we don't know the song we're actually hitting play next, that's scary, whether it's going to bring the mood down, if it's going to keep the vibe going, right? Does that make sense?
It doesn't scare me. It's well, especially in a bar situation, it doesn't scare me because if the song the song bombs, go drink.
Change the vibe. Then if it bombs. But if it's good and you're like, what would go with this? Now you start putting it together like, aha, okay. I didn't know that one, but I know what should follow it. Then you kind of put it together.
See, we've all said in this room at one time or another, we are programmers, right? At a gig, we program the music that we're going to play. And it's hard to program on the spot when you're live, when you don't know what the hell this next song is, That's what scares me, Does anybody else agree? Like, how do you...
Damon got some input on this.
Yes, go ahead, Damon.
I was going to say something about John earlier. Are we going to skip the fact that John is showing his age by saying country and western?
They play both country and western.
I haven't heard that. You haven't used that way in a long time.
He plays both kinds of music, country and
like the Blues Brothers. Absolutely.
Right. I think isn't it like it's kind of like Asian and Orient.
Yeah,
there's Western gear you wear, like your boots and your hat.
Right.
If you do a country song at me and it was Chase bell bottoms, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll listen to the intro. I'll skip about halfway through. I know what it is, and I can figure out where it fits in the set.
But will they dig it? That's the question. I mean, that's kind of what's going with it. I don't care. I'm not afraid to take chances. I've
neither am I.
A long time ago, I figured out that there's no great reward without some great risk. if you always play it safe, you're never going to grow. So
You always got to take a risk. Always.
you're going to take.
No, we got to launch those
Yeah.
bangers early.
Yeah.
It's like, this is going to be your new favorite song 4 months from now. We do that how many times? Yeah. Like, you don't know you love this yet, but just wait. Just wait.
That's the best part of our job is taking a risk, because it's either going to work or it's not. And whether it worked last night, it may work tomorrow night. Take
sure.
the risk, right?
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Why not? You don't want to do a whole night of risks. And if something really,
No.
you want to come back with a sure thing. So
Right.
that's what I like to do, and bring it back.
Right. The boomerang
okay.
don't come back. That's a problem. So,
Yeah, right. I'm not a boomerang.
Well,
Ryan, are you turning into a fish on us, or are you reading something really intense over there?
who?
Ryan, his mouth is
No, I was
smaller.
trying, I was reading something. I'm sorry.
He puckers when he reads.
He's working on his sermon for next Sunday's, yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if you turned down this gig. It's a thumbtack lead.
Oh no.
oh, boy.
It says the guest ages 12 years and younger. That's that's the guest.
All right.
Or
Preschool rave? I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm out.
It's a
I'm
wedding.
out.
It's a wedding.
In some countries, I
Or
suppose.
kindergarten for like a sixth grade gym teacher or
I
something.
don't know. The guest ages 12 years and old and younger.
And it's a wedding.
Yeah, I think they checked off the wrong box.
Totally.
I would think so. Yeah. I would hope so.
Yeah.
The bartender's
A wedding.
not making any money that night.
No. No. Lots of
Give me a Shirley Temple.
Yeah, he made chocolate milk in a dirty glass.
When you selling booze with rotted cherries. What happened?
Extra cherries. Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys have any gigs that you won't do, or is there a reason that you will turn down a job? Let us know. I mean, some people will take anything, like Damon. They'll do anything.
Hey,
Yeah.
We'll
I'm like a whore on Michigan Avenue, man.
Heck yeah.
How much for $10?
I get for $10. Anything you want.
Oh, anything? Everything. Everything.
Look, I used to be that guy back when I was young. Look, I've got some age on me now. I got to be careful, like Brian, and like going into certain neighborhoods or,
I
Every
just want to
time
make
they
it
shut-
clear that the neighborhood that I'm in question on my end here was really sketchy. It wasn't kind of
Okay.
sketchy. I've played the hood. I have no problem.
Yeah.
This was like places that people in the hood go, I ain't going down there. Yeah.
No, I played in neighborhoods where these customers, the neighbors outside would rotate my tires from my car to his. I don't want that kind of,
Yeah.
that business. Yeah. So,
Well, he might have been giving you better tires, man. You never know.
You never know. You know, swap out.
well,
You never know.
as long as they're all seasoned, I don't care. Do what
Exactly.
you're gonna do. Yeah.
But no, there's,
But,
I take most gigs too. I really do. I like a challenge. I don't mind. If I feel like that I'm not the best fit, I'll give them a fair warning before they pull the trigger. But yeah, I'm not afraid to do most jobs unless I feel like my safety is in question or the money. If I got a call or a text, might have been last night from a friend of mine, local friend of mine. In Racine, for those of you who have, been paying attention to this show, Racine is Racine. He does a regular bar gig on Saturdays, and he said, would you be willing to pick up some of these bar gigs for me so I can go do other work? Because I'm turning down other work because I got these bar gigs. I said, well, it depends. What's this bar gig pay? It says $200. Like, I can't do that on a Saturday. I can't commit to these gigs for you on a Saturday for $200. It's like a 40-minute drive. And by the time that I did this, I might realize, what, $100, $75 profit after all expenses? If I don't bring a lot of equipment, if the speakers and everything's there, all I'm bringing is a laptop, maybe a mixer. But then I'm also tied up a Saturday night. I have no opportunity to do anything else.
Well, that's
So
it. If
that
it's a
doesn't
one-off,
work for me.
if it's a one-off and you're bailing somebody out, yeah, I'll do you a favor. But
Exactly.
you're locked into that.
Oh,
That can't be the normal.
If a
Yeah.
friend said, "Oh my God, something happened. I need this gig covered," I would just cover it for him. I don't care. That's fine. But that would be me doing somebody a favor, opposed to, blocking out a bunch of weekends in my month so they can go do a wedding somewhere. It's like, no, just give me the wedding. You committed to this bar.
As soon as you do your phone starts ringing for Saturdays, and you're like, now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
With this place.
No, we're not-
That's
we're
just
not-
always the way it works. So.
It's just got to make sense. It's got to make good sense for everybody involved. It's got to be a win-win for everyone to do something like that. So,
Right.
yeah, that's about the only reason I turn anything down. I'll try anything once.
Those $200 nights, 250, 300. I'll just say it. I'm a KJ, and like Brian is also. So I use the off nights, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday. For those Saturdays, I always left aside for weddings, big events, Once in a while, Brian, though, I will cover for somebody for a 250 karaoke.
If you got nothing else going on.
Right. Why not?
Sure.
But I'm not going to travel an hour for
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from. It's like, just you've got to see if it's worth it, or you stay home and watch Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, you make more money staying home sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, if it was a block away and on a Tuesday, I'm in.
Yes.
That's fine. Not a Saturday, 40 miles away.
Relatively close. Don't make me drive an hour for it. But I mean, that's like some of the corporate stuff we do. We need 2 microphones, a single speaker, and a tripod for 3 hours. Okay, you set it. Sometimes you don't even have to stay. Sometimes they want you because they got lapels and okay, we got to bring out your mics. But sometimes it's set it and forget it, go back, tear it down, and take it home. And that's a Tuesday, a Wednesday. It's when you wouldn't be doing anything anyway. Because I'm sitting at home watching Wheel of Fortune, like Eric says. Wheel of Fortune.
It's Jeopardy, which I never get an answer right, but I watch it.
That makes me turn that off. You don't want no part of that.
What? I don't either. But anyway.
Well, good show, kids.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget about our sponsor, John.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsor this week. DJ Event Planner is our sponsor for this show. And you can learn all about DJ Event Planner if you look down in the comment section, the description of this video on YouTube. It'll be a link there. You can click on it and you can learn all about them. So thank you, DJ Event Planner, for being one of our channel sponsors. Did I do that right?
And if you didn't enjoy the show, they had nothing to do about it.
They
just throw money at stuff. That's what
they just throw money,
making it rain. Yeah.
Yes.
We just happen to be the beneficiaries here.